What's the band that you're in over in London?
Cuba Dares. They're based in London. They played around Dublin for 2 years. Played with bands in New Order and Echo and the Bunnymen. And I think the early cult, when they used to be called Southern Death Cult, when they played here, we played with them. And then eventually we got together and went over to London. I joined them later. Like I didn't actually play those early gigs. I joined them later because my brother was the main songwriter with Cuba Dares then. And they originally started off as a two-piece between my brother playing guitar and a girl called Blóithín Clancy. She was the singer, and they used an awful lot of backing tracks. But all the companies said they wanted a live band, yeah.
And it seems like it's the same old story. I mean, I left here about 5.5 years ago, but it's always been the same story that you got to go over to London to make it. Is that really the case?
Not so much anymore. Then it was, and up to about a year ago it was. But now the A&O men in London they all want their fully expenses paid holidays in Ireland, so they actually come over here looking for bands. Recently, Cactus World News, that's one band, and Les Enfants were signed up through that way, yeah.
What about this band? I haven't heard them, but I've seen a few posters from British magazines. I think they're called Blue in Heaven. Are they from Dublin?
Well, the band that I used to play with, the Sust, the very first band, I had pretty big success over here with them. Well, half of the Sust went into Cuba Dares and the other half went into Blue in Heaven. They're now in the Bahamas recording their second album. First album didn't do too well, but I said they should make it because they're a top priority band now with Ireland.
Well, they got a major record deal. What was it, with A&M?
No, Island Records. That was through the U2 contact that we had through Bono when they met U2. They just made demo tapes and Bono produced the demo tapes, so instantly Ireland hopped on them, yeah.
So you think that really U2 making it so big has like sort of generated a lot of interest in Irish rock?
Definitely. Well, put it this way, U2 have made 3 million each. Each member of the band has made 3 million, and they've put an awful lot of that back into Irish music, into producing home singles and things like that, and bringing up young bands that have the talent but haven't got the money to actually put it into tape and onto vinyl, yeah.
So tell us a bit about this then. Where did you record this one? Over here?
I actually recorded it in Dublin over a year and a half. It was just some stuff. It's a 4-track EP. The first song is Time Is On Our Side, is a radio mix. That's completely like very commercial, and I put loads of brass and everything on it to try and get the radios to play it. When in fact the second song, the second version of Time Is On Our Side is more of what I like to play, but the radio stations probably wouldn't play that. Then on the other side is what I want to get played in the clubs. It's a sort of a skit take on Wham, and it has all the disco slapping bass playing and all that. And the fourth song is just my own favourite type music, which is like post new wave pop. I didn't actually like the end of the punk thing when it started turning out sort of the more drunken, stupid, have a few drinks and fall over type music. I prefer the more pop punk, like write a very good pop song and put it on release and see what happens. That's what the Undertones and the Buzzcocks were all about. That's what the fourth song is like.
Now you talked about getting radio play. When you mean in Ireland or England?
Both.
So what do you think of the Irish radio scene now? I mean, it's really changed a lot, hasn't it, in the last 5-7 years?
It's an awful lot better than the London radio scene because there's so many pirate radio stations. Over in London they just clamp down on the pirate stations and close them all down.
But it seems to me that the pirate radio stations in Dublin only play American music. All I hear is We Built This City and Madonna.
Yeah, they play the disco music. That's, as I was saying, for the Wham skit take. I'm trying to get them to play that.